Hello everyone, welcome to Sharmit. In this session, we are going to talk about another very important topic of SVG, that is how to include an image in SVG's frame. So just assume a scenario where we are supposed to include one image, maybe for drawing some kind of graphics on it, or maybe to apply some kind of background using that image. So in that situation, what we will do, we will utilize the image element or image tag. That image tag will allow us to include the image in the SVG area. Okay, but how? So these all things we are going to discuss in this particular session, like what is image element, how we can utilize it inside the SVG, what would be the benefits if we are utilizing it. Okay, but before we start the discussion, I would like to recommend you to please go and check out the previously released sessions first, because they all are in proper sequence and sync. So if you follow them sequentially, then it would be very easy for you to understand the ongoing topic. Now, what we will be doing in this session, firstly I'll start with the code, and here you can see the code is very straightforward and simple, where I have just noted down the basic HTML which contains one title in the head section and one heading HTML by Sharmit. Apart from this, there are few comment line. I'll explain you each and every comments that I have noted here. Like this is just for the introductory purpose, and these are the attributes and its description which we can utilize with the image element. Clear? So I think till here we are good. Now let's discuss about the code. So like code is something like I'm going to save it now and refresh it, so it is the output. Obviously, like we have just noted down one HTML heading here, right? So it is showing HTML by Sharmit. Now what we will do after this we are going to put another heading here just to show the topic name. So here I'll write h2 image we will simply write here image in HTML. Okay, so just simply go here and make the changes. Okay, so image in SVG, not HTML, SVG. Yeah, fine. So here we can simply save it, and now you can see image in SVG is populated on the screen. After this, what we are going to do, we are going to include a SVG, because we are talking about SVG again and again. So what is SVG? SVG is a scalable vector graphic. So to include that frame in code or in a web browser, we will use the SVG element. So just write here like this. Then we are supposed to provide some of the useful attribute of SVG, like height, width and style for applying the border. So here I'll write height. In height we will mention height as 500 pixel. Then we will set width, which would be 1000 pixel. Then we will apply style. In style we will write here border 5px solid black. Okay, now you can save it and refresh the browser. So once you refresh the browser, you will see that one SVG has been added on the screen, and on this SVG screen we can utilize any of the command. Okay, any of the shape which you wanted to draw, any of the text which you wanted to populate, everything will come here inside this box only. Although this is not a box, I just draw a border just to show you the exact area that we are covering as a SVG. Clear? Fine. Now after this, what we will do? After this, we are going to create we are going to include one image to it. Okay, but before moving to image, let me tell you the exact meaning of these attribute and descriptions that we can use with image element. So to include the image element, you just need to write here image. Okay, and then these are the attribute that we are supposed to pass. The first one is width, which means it is a required one, the width of the image. Then we have height, which is again the required element, required attribute, and the meaning is the height of the image. So with the name itself, it is clear that height is for height, width is for width. Then we have href. Href means, again this is required, but this is for the URL of the image. So whatever image you wanted to include here, you will put the name of that, you will put the URL or the path of that image. Then we have X, which is the X position for the top left corner of the image. Then we have Y, which is the Y position for the top left corner of the image. Clear? So this is how you are supposed to pass attribute and their description in the code, in the image tag. So let's try some of the attribute here. So here firstly I'll put X value as 0, Y value as 0. Then we will put the width. So here in case of width, I'll put width as 300. Then we will put height. Height would be 100 pixel, and then we will use href for providing the path of the file. Okay, so here we will put the name of the image. So in my case, I am going to use tiger.png, which is the image present in the same folder where my code exists. In case if your image is in different or another location, please make sure to provide the complete part of that image. Otherwise it won't work. But in my case, in fact, I suggest you, if you are doing it for the test purpose, keep it in the same location so that it would be, in fact, like if you are working for a project, keep it in the same location so that it would be easy for you to understand, to get the information directly from the location. Clear? Now you can save this thing and refresh the browser. So once you refresh, you can see one image has been added to the SVG. Now what we will do here, we will simply mention, let's try to change the value of X and Y. So let's say if I make the X as 80, so in that case it will move on the X axis. Likewise, if I make the changes in Y axis, so I can change the value like 100, then you can see it is coming in the 100 position on the Y axis. Similarly, if you want to change width, height, you can change here. In case if you want to change the image, you can change the image name here. But make sure that you are providing the correct location or correct path of the image. Clear? So far we have just added the image. So this is the way through which we can add image in the SVG. Now, what are the benefits? So benefit is that, let's say if you have drawn something as a graphic, and on that graphic you want to attach some image. For example, if you want to use the same image and on the behind of that image you want to show a circle. So in that case, what you can do, you can draw a graphic. Let me show you how. So here what I'll do, I'll write here circle. In the circle we will write here r equal 105. Then we will put cx 150, then cy 120, and then we will put the color, which is fill would be light blue. Okay, then you can simply save this code and refresh the browser. So now you can see one circle has been drawn. Now you can accommodate the image as per your requirement. So let's say if I want to move it to 60 maybe. No, let's make it 10. Looks good. And on y-axis also we need only 20, I guess. No, 20 is not enough. We can make it as 40. We can make it as 60. So it is hit and try thing, right? So as per the area, like you can decide where to move your values, and then likewise you can, I think we can make it as 15 now. Not 15, we can make it 5. Okay, so this is just a demo purpose, right? I'm just showing you for the demo. Let's make it more suitable for you. Fine. So this is how we can use. Right now the image is in different shape, like it's a rectangle shape. That's why it is not accommodating the proper area. But yeah, you can change width and height if needed. So let's say if I make it as 250. You can simply go here and you can make it as 250, then save it, refresh it. So now this is changed, right? On x-axis we can make it as 10 again, because things has been changed, maybe 30. Fine. Okay, so this is how you can include the image on a image on a SVG graphic. Likewise, in case if you want to include some text here, you can simply go here text, and then we can put the text value x equal 84, y equal 180. Then we can put fill would be black. That's it. Now you can put here any name, for example picture tiger. So this is the thing that we have pasted, and now you can see it is coming like this. In case if you want to move it to x-axis, you can change the value here, otherwise it's okay. Fine. So this is how you can utilize image inside a SVG along with graphics and text just to show some design on a screen. So I hope this session is clear to all of you. In the next session we will discuss few more things. So thank you for watching Tech Sharmit.